CBS 19 is a proud partner of the Caldwell Zoo, and usually I'm not the biggest fan of snakes, but I recently got a chance to meet one of the friendliest snakes here in East Texas. Here's a bit more about Baloo, the Rosy boa from the Caldwell Zoo. I'm behind the scenes at the Caldwell Zoo, and I'm here in the Animal Education Building. I'm joined by Keeper of Reptiles, Jack Cross, and we're going to learn a little bit more about the animals that make you smarter. Okay, who do we have here?
Here we have Baloo. Baloo is a desert rosy boa. They're found in the southwest United States. And Baloo is a little over 23 years old, so a decently long-lived snake, but he is an ambassador here with the Education Department, and he does a lot of outreach like school groups and zoo camp groups as well.
Is it typical that they live to 23 years?
Yeah, so some snakes can live up to 40 years. There's a lot of snakes that live like to the mid-teens and mid-20s, but there are multiple species that can live much older than that. Baloo, like I said, is a little over 23 years old, so he's a good age right now, but he's not at the end of the life expectancy for his species.
And how many of those 23 years has he been working in outreach?
As far as I know, all of them. It's almost as old as I am, so he's been at Caldwell Zoo almost as long as I've been alive. So he's been doing this a very, very long time.
Oh, look at him go. You said that they're originally from the desert Southwest, which is really cool because the snake and I have something in common. I grew up in Arizona, so Baloo and I are kind of neighbors. But you said he's a constrictor. Can you explain what that means?
Yes, so constricting just means that snakes squeeze their prey really, really tightly. So Baloo here is non-venomous. There are actually far more snakes that are non-venomous than venomous species, which is really important because that means most snakes are entirely harmless to you. But they squeeze it really, really tightly. That way the prey item is no longer alive, and then they can eat it much more safely.
And I've been seeing him flick his tongue like he just did right there. What is he doing when he does that? Yes,
so snakes use their tongue to smell. They have a special organ on the roof of their mouth with scent receptors. So they can put their tongue out, get some scents on it, bring it back, put it on that organ, and that's how they can sniff the air.
And Baloo here, you said, has a job. He works in outreach. If people want to come meet Baloo, what can they do?
Yeah, if you want to come meet Baloo, you can go to the zoo's website where you can learn more about zoo camp events and school group events as well, which is mostly what Baloo does. But there are plenty of other outreach events with different species on the zoo's website you can check out as well.
And why is it important for people to come meet these animals in person and learn more about them?
It's important for these animals to act as ambassadors for their wild counterparts because it instills a conservation mindedness in people for species that they might not already have a likeness to. Baloo here, I think, is a pretty cute little guy and also a very unique species. So it's really important to instill a conservation mindedness in people for these species because they might not get the most love otherwise.
I can understand that. I personally have a little bit of a phobia of snakes, so me being this close to Baloo is kind of a miracle right now. Am I able to pet him?
Absolutely. If you use like 2 fingers going towards his tail, absolutely.
Hi, Baloo. Hi, dude. Wow, he is so much friendlier than I originally expected.
You can see his skin's not slimy, it just feels like a bunch of little beads.
What other animals do you have here at the Education Building?
So we also have a radiated tortoise, Rupert. They're from Madagascar. They are endangered. Some of the main threats to them, habitat loss and the illegal pet trade. We also have a blue-tongued skink who originates from Papua New Guinea, as well as a leopard gecko and a Baird's rat snake. Baird's rat snakes are also from the Southwest, just like Baloo.
And if people want to come see any of the animals here at the Education Building or get more involved with the zoo, what would be the best way for them to do that?
The best way to get involved in the zoo and different outreach events would be through the zoo's website. You can learn more about zoo camp and school groups, as well as other outreach events around the zoo.
Well, there you heard it. Head over to their website if you want to come meet Baloo or any of the other animals here at the Education Center.
That is so cool.
Yeah. Hey, that was a blast. I mean, I definitely, like I said, have a little bit of a fear of snakes, but Baloo was so sweet and so friendly, and he was so kind just to pet. So if like any of the school groups out there want to go meet him, he would be a great snake to meet.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think he's a lot more calm than what we would encounter like copperheads or something out on the ground here in Texas.
For sure. Maybe don't pet the wild snakes. That is a #1 rule. But hey, you know, if they are at the zoo and they tell you that you can pet them, definitely it's safe to do so. But hey, you know, today if you're going to head out to the Caldwell Zoo, the morning would be the best time.